17 days away, man.
Can you believe that?
17 days away.
Have you guys driven downtown yet and saw like the stage being built?
I haven't,
and stuff?
But I've seen pictures.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's
it
really cool.
It looks humongous.
It is. I mean, they already have streets blocked off.
Yep.
It's going to be crazy.
On Friday.
What's that?
We put the pictures of the stage being built up on Friday. It was beautiful.
What is it Fox 2 that's doing the time lapse of it being built?
Yes, I think it's Fox 2.
That's cool.
I got my guy who I want with 29.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He had his pro day today at Iowa. I've said it last week. I'll say it again. I want Cooper DeJean or Cooper DeJean, however you pronounce it. I want the next Jason Sehorn on the Detroit Lions. I think he is the perfect guy for the Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes regime.
I mean, listen, Jack Campbell out of Iowa certainly wasn't a bad pick last year. So why not go back to that trick?
Neither was Sam.
Yeah, Sam Laporta.
He was real good.
Pretty good.
Neither was T.J. Hawkinson.
Pretty good.
I love this kid. I just love, people will call him a try-hard, right? He's one of those guys. He's got, he had a great broad jump, a great long jump, he got the good height on the jump. I don't know what his numbers were, but he did very well today. And he's coming off a knee surgery. So, that was a thing, but they said he's fine. And, or not knee surgery, I think he had a broken leg or something like that. Broken fibula. But he is fine, he's strong, and he fits the Lions, right? He's an injured player. There he is. Everything fits.
He'd be going a lot higher in this draft. They'd be talking about him a lot higher if he wasn't coming in with this injury. He's a cerebral player that fills two roles for you. He can play some safety as well as corner, but then the third role is that return man. He really would fit in from everything that I've picked up on this kid. Not just his game, but who he is as a human being. He fits into that Brad and Dan mold.
This may sound lazy of me because I'm a sports broadcaster and stuff, but I've kind of given up on trying to guess what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are going to do.
I'm not guessing. I'm just giving you my wish list.
I know what your wish list is, and I have a wish list as well, but I know none of it. This is the first regime that's it doesn't really matter. All of us can guess, and come draft day, you never know. Brad Holmes trading up to 12 again. Is he moving it? I love this, but I also hate it because you can put in all the research you want, but unless you're in that war room with these guys and looking at their draft board, the way they evaluate talent, it's just, I think we're still maybe 1 or 2 more years to figuring it out of what they're doing because I don't know what the hell they're going to do come draft night.
I think we've figured it out, and you just said it. We don't know what the hell they're going to do, but this is nothing different from what it always was as a Lion fan. It's just the opposite side of the coin. We never knew what this team was going to do. We just knew we were going to be disappointed.
Right.
And now...
Well, we knew they were going to be smarter than the room for their room, right?
Always thought they were smarter
we know
than everybody else.
They're going to be smarter than 31 other rooms.
Yes.
Or, okay, I'll say 28 just to give some people, some other GMs some credit about how well they drafted.
There's good drafting teams.
But nothing shocks you with these guys. No one's safe. They're always going to move around in the draft. They're probably going to take somebody that wasn't on your board, and you're probably going to end up being happy about it.
Right. But at first, you're going to be like, who? Who? Oh, they went and got him? And that's what makes this so exciting, but it also makes it so frustrating as a broadcast because normally you'd be like, all right, we need a cornerback. Here's the 4 best cornerbacks. Let's break them all down. Who's going to fit the system? Now it's like, all right, we need a cornerback. But
we're usually not picking at 29. This number.
Yeah,
we're usually discussing, we got a top 5 pick. I mean, they either got to take this guy, or this guy. That's it. Now we don't know. You don't know what's going to happen because 28 guys are going before the Lions pick. They might not even pick in the first round. You don't know what they're going to do.
Does the Lions having this later round pick kind of take the buzz off of it for you, man?
To me, it does.
Or do you want that top 10 sizzle?
I do. I want me. I want the best player, the guy that everyone's talking about. That's what I want. But I'm a fan. I'm a fanatic. That's what fan is about.
Yep.
So picking 29th, it's boring. Last year, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, they picked 31st and 32nd. By that time, 3/4, 90% of the bar was gone. No, the other part was drunk. The people that were actually in Kansas City watching that, the Kansas City Chief fans, I forgot who even they took. Who did they take with the 32nd pick last year or the
Question,
31st pick
I want to know, though,
last year?
We know who you'd like, Cooper, at 29. Who's your your wet dream, I guess I'll say it.
Hey-o.
Who do you want there? Who would you trade up to go and get? What would you move around?
I got to be honest, man. There's really nobody because it's a quarterback draft. You don't need a quarterback at this point right now. They have a guy in Hendon Hooker that we don't know what he's going to do, what he's going to be. And you got Jared Goff who's going to get paid here any day now. So you got your quarterback situation. They might take a flyer late in this round, in this draft, to take a quarterback. I don't have anyone that I want to trade up and get. I just don't. I think they are ready to play football today. Yeah. They're ready.
The Kansas City Chiefs, with the 31st overall pick last year, took Felix Nduguleki Ozoma, an edge rusher from Kansas State.
There you go. How exciting do you think the Kansas City Chiefs fans were about that one?
Right. Well, and then, what was it, 2 years ago, they took Clyde, 3 years ago, they took Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the first running back over Jonathan Taylor, over DeAndre Swift, over Cam Akers.
They just signed him, by the way, to another contract, so they're keeping him. They are keeping him.
In the second round, though, they did get Rashee Rice from Minnesota through Detroit. So that was Detroit's pick at one point. But, to your point,
by that time, you're
sleeping.
The worst
year ever to have the draft in Detroit.
We're sleeping.
The worst year ever.
It is.
If this was the Aiden Hutchinson year when the second overall pick, downtown would have been absolutely insane.
How about when they traded up to get J-Mo?
Wait a second.
That was that year. That was that year.
Wait a second, though. Nobody fully believed in that team. The Lions fans that are going to be down there this April know what's coming.
Yeah, but at
the
that
excitement
point,
for the entire franchise is at a higher level. It's not just about one number 2 pick or a number 12 pick. It's about all of us coming back together after we lost the NFC Championship for the first time as a Lions fan base. So the excitement, 29, 2, 19, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to you?
No, not at all.
Because I'm kind of like Mads. It's just like, all right.
It's the end of the night.
This was the worst year to have the
draft.
It's
11 o'clock at night. I'm picking.
And Brad Holmes could easily trade out of the first round.
Could happen.
At that point, at 11 o'clock at night, he's like, the hell with it.
Right then. Keep us up all night and then just see you tomorrow.
You know what? I like Mikey Sanders still, too. I would not mind picking him at 29. I want to thank Todd for reminding that. Matthew Kruger, by the way, for reminding me that. I definitely would not mind Mikey Sanders still as a Detroit Lion.
Graham Barton.
How about a receiver?
Third round. We need a little more help.
You don't think a receiver drops? One of the like third or fourth guys drop down to 29? You like receivers?
No, none of those guys are going to go past 12. Those top guys. Well, Brian Thomas might get maybe to around 20. I'll tell you what. Any one of those 4 guys, Maz, you're right. If they're there, they're going to be real hard to pass on. No thanks.
Yeah.
You don't want him at 29?
Really?
No, not over what we could do to the rest of our team, an offensive lineman or a secondary.
I kind of like that, Stick.
Yeah. Listen,
that's kind of like a little.
I won't be disappointed with anything that happens draft night. Like
even an old lineman.
That's why I feel that we're just at a different spot as Lions fans. Like you said, this is more about the excitement of the team, what we're going through, what they're going to accomplish next year. But honestly, like it's not as exciting as having that number 2 overall pick. Even though we're a better team, the day isn't as sizzly, right?
I don't know, man. I'm sizzly. We got people coming in from all over the country, guys from college that I know. So many Detroiters are coming together for this. People skip opening day, even though they go maybe 7 out of 10 years. If you're a Lions fan, if you're a Detroit fan, you're going to be downtown that whole weekend. And that, for me, is bigger than any one player that we can pick.
There's going to be a lot of Chicago fans down there because they're going to want to hear that first pick and that 9th pick.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
They're going to take over our town, guys.
I hope
the Chicago people.
There's going to be lots
Don't fight
fights.
with them.
There's going to be lots of fights.
Do not fight.
Lots of fights.
They're going to learn real quick.
FTB.
Black and blue division, baby. Black and blue. Let's go.
Style pizza.
Oh, yeah, Chicago style pizza. That's a pie.
That's
not
right.
a pizza.
It's very
not
good.
A fan.
It is good.
It's very good.
One slice will fill you up.
Detroit
I'll
style
take at least
all
2.
day.
Come to Hey Social. Get
Thank
that
you.
Detroit style.
Damn.
Detroit style all day.
That's right, baby.
Damn.
It looks like the eclipse is happening as we speak.
Yeah, let me get a
weird shadows happening.
Yeah, let's
We
get
should
an
put the
Answer
shades
Cam
up.
update here.
The shades are up.
They are?
Yeah.
Holy crow.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to see the sun.
Well, it's just.
And you know what? It's going to drop. How many degrees will it drop?
I don't know.
Got to drop at least 10 degrees, right? for about a half an hour.
I would imagine.
Think about that.
Oh, no, pretty cool.
It is.
This hasn't happened since 1979, even though there was another eclipse in,
2017.
Yeah.
Right.
But this total eclipse hasn't happened, and the only place you'll see it.
I remember
close to us
reading
is
that
Ohio.
newspaper, by the way.
I saw
the next eclipse will not happen until 2024.
Well, and back then, didn't they tell you to just like poke holes in the newspaper to look at the eclipse?